Alright, so let's dive into this one, huh? Kethis combo. Centerpiece of the deck, Kethis the Hidden Hand. Lets you exile 2 legendary cards from your graveyard. And then until end of turn, you can cast other legendary cards from your graveyard. Basic idea here is that we utilize Diligent Excavator as well as cards like Tamiyo to flip a bunch of cards into our graveyard. And then we use Kethis to flip the entirety of our deck into our graveyard. And then we kill our opponent by casting Oath of Kaya again and again and again from our graveyard, utilizing Kethis and mana generated from Mox Amber. Post board, we can also win the game by casting Jace, Wielder of Mysteries out of the sideboard when we bring that in. But usually you either deck your opponent by Diligent Excavator milling them out or by casting Oath of Kaya again and again and again. This has been one of the more fun combo decks that we've played just because in addition to being a deck with a combo kill, this deck also has a fairly reasonable fair plan, especially with the addition of Uro to the archetype. I think we've been talking a lot about combo decks that are unhealthy in Pioneer, and I actually think this deck, this archetype, is a good example of what combo decks should be. Hey, K-Dog, thanks for the 12 months. Welcome back. So this is a combo deck that doesn't kill you if you have creature removal. It doesn't kill you if you can interact with the graveyard, and when it does kill you, it doesn't do it super quickly. So I think the big thing that's defining about combo decks that are okay versus obnoxious are the number of points of interaction that they have for the opponent. Combo decks that are more okay to have exist, in my opinion, are combo decks that give the opponent more opportunities and a wider range of cards that can interact with them. Inverter in Pioneer exists on the opposite end of that spectrum, where the range of things that interact with it is really, really small. This deck is basically only obnoxious in terms of how linear it is if the opponent is doing absolutely nothing to interact with it. Lead on Excavator here since we drew it. Getting this down first means all of our historic spells will flip cards into our bin, which is nice. I think I just jammed Teferi onto here. Try and get him in under a 3-mana counter. They could obviously have Veto here, but if they don't have Veto, they could have Thassa's Intervention or Absorb next turn. So I think playing this sooner rather than later is ideal. Just gonna go ahead and draw a card right away with this. Yes, for someone asking, this is different than the historic deck we played on Monday. Wow, that's actually super punishing for both, for a few reasons. I guess we'll just stick Tamiyo. Found another one. So there's a Kethis in the bin now. So good chance we combo them next turn.
No tail should be discarded.
Yes, we can eventually tap the seal away. That is, or bounce the seal away. That is correct. I'm gonna activate this. Exile. Kethis and an Oath. Another Mox means we could get going here. Not 100% to win from there, but pretty likely with the third Mox. How much time do we need as a community to adapt to any metagame? Here's the thing. Just because a deck is beatable doesn't mean it's okay. And that's something that I think really needs to be hammered home for a lot of the Magic community. Just because a narrow subset of things can beat a deck, if I can put 15 cards in my sideboard and beat something, that doesn't mean it's okay. You just gotta let things adapt. You just gotta let things adapt. You just gotta let things adapt. Yeah, in the meantime, it's miserable for everyone. What I want to know is why do we have to wait and adapt for Inverter, and we have to wait and adapt to all these other things, but Felidar Guardian got banned. We have to wait and adapt. We have to wait and adapt for all these other things, but we banned Mono Green Devotion. Like, why are we adapting for that? But those ones were removed. Sure. Definitely want every Teferi possible. I think that's a bit misleading, as we had data on Felidar Guardian from previous issues in both Standard and Frontier. So I'm going to give you a timeout because your statement ignores the reality of how formats work. The power, repeat after me, the power level of Magic cards is contextual to the format in which they exist. There is a reason why Deathrite Shaman was banned in Modern and is banned in Legacy, but was not banned in Standard, and it's idiotic to imply otherwise. It shows a fundamental misunderstanding of how these games work, and I guess I don't blame you too much to a degree, because even people who are really good Magic players regularly seem to not understand this. Like, look at the number of people who are really good Magic players who told you Jace the Mind Sculptor and Stoneforge Mystic would ruin Modern. They just didn't understand that that's not how Magic works. It's very frustrating to see that line parroted out again and again and again. I didn't use Tef. I'm pretty sure I used Tef. This is turn 5. I played him turn 3, went to 1, and then he went up twice. Yeah, I definitely used Teferi. Yeah, definitely. He wouldn't be at 3 if I didn't use him. Do I play Uro here? If I play Uro, I'm exiling Ego, land, land, land. I have to exile 1 legendary or Diligent Excavator. I think I'm gonna wait a turn. Yeah, I think that's the play, Brad. I agree. I think it's just Laz plus hold up, make Excavator here. Let me ping the bot maintainer, by the way. They're telling Teferi to go tuck himself. Yep.
Let's take it back.
Jace and Stoneforge were cards that were preemptively banned in Modern. They're cards that were banned because they were too good in formats before Modern existed. Okay, so let's go. Mox Amber. Make blue. Mox Amber. Make white. Play Teferi time, Raveler.
I'm known for my excellent timing. I'll protect you.
It's a little aggressive on my part, but I think I wanna do this. Think I just pass here now. Yeah. Actually don't have a lot going on at the moment.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
Exiling the Uro might have been wrong. Hopefully we get 5 draws, add another Uro here because this can draw Uro. Or we could draw Tamiyo. That's phenomenal. Well, let's start by milling ourselves and see what we get.
I've got it.
You would make an excellent informant for my study.
Plus this name Kethis.
Seek and find.
Swing and a miss. Sojourner, hard to believe it's been a year. Thanks for keeping me around. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Let's escape our Titan here. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield, Sojourner. Hold on to that for now. Not surprised to see little Teferi get tucked here again. They're interested in being able to play counter spells next turn.
This isn't a fight you can win. Let's skip to the good part.
Our stuff have summoning sickness. It did not. I just forgot to attack. Oh, do I want to mill myself here? I guess I do.
forgotten.
There's only 8 cards in my deck, so I believe they're dead here, right? We play Kethis. They can't counter it. Ashiok mills us. We cast Jace. They lose. Huh? I think I'm supposed to mulligan this. I don't think I can keep this at 7 with no blue source. Which is a shame, because, like, the spells are really good. This is great. Sneak it off. I'm gonna bottom that. Just want to find a green land here. Swish, chat, swish. Yep. That's a good one to find. I think Heliod Ballista will be banned in Pioneer. I don't know. Last year, I would have told you yes, but this year, I don't know. Trying to predict what Wizards of the Coast is going to do with their ban list is incredibly frustrating and frivolous exercise. Hopefully this draws a blue source, that way we can play Lazav. You think it's safe, Brad? I disagree. I think if there's no changes this coming Monday, it's probably safe. But I think there's a very real chance that they weren't going to make changes the Monday after. Yeah, like, I don't know. It's the least erroneous thing is like a low bar. Alright, now I just Lazav. I can't do this quite yet, huh? Oh, I'm so dumb. This isn't legendary. I can't cast this turn. Awkward. Messed that up. Me get cleaved and die here. What did I use to make my talkie box borders? A graphics designer. I could have floated blue before the Uro died. Yeah, good call. There is literally a Pioneer Kethis combo deck on my website, just for reference. Yeah, I'm aware how the Mox works with the... In my head, this was blue and I didn't need to do that, chat. In my head, that was a blue legendary card and it didn't need to do that. Are we dying next turn? I feel like we're dying next turn. You're not new here, Croaker. Deck's still in the stream title or decks we have yet to play. Come on now. You have a sword. I shouldn't have to tell you that. I just have to exile too much. I have to, like, cast Mox twice. I don't know, let's try. Alright, that's another Mox. Okay, getting pretty lucky on our mills here. That's the upside to playing a deck like this, is sometimes your opponents just don't know what's going on and then they concede. Sometimes, so don't tell Scotty, chat. Don't tell him. Don't, shh. Be very quiet. We're hunting the historic queue. Alright, so I think this is a Ruinous Blast and Tolsimir matchup. It's probably not a Time Raveler matchup. Bouncing a lot of their stuff probably isn't particularly good. Maybe the extra Tamiyo's out. Maybe shave a Fblthp. Seems fine. I wouldn't be surprised if we're more likely to win this match through just like Uro plus Ruinous Blast than comboing, honestly. I did it a lot when Next was a big thing, even if not. Is it just not submitting my sideboard? Is it just not submitting my sideboard? Alright, well, I mean, maybe we won't get to sideboard this game. I'm gonna restart my client here really quick. These people are wonderful. You should consider buying their stuff. Magic Arena is a wonderful release-ready product. High quality, low issues. Alright, sideboarded in 6 seconds. Got it? That old Counter-Strike Source APM coming in handy. We didn't play 80 hours of that a week during undergrad for nothing, chat. Get it? Got it good? Just to prefix a question that always comes up, Oath of Kaya being in play does not mean I can cast Ruinous Blast. Legendary sorceries require a Planeswalker or a legendary creature in play. Me too, Terrorize them. Thanks for the 2 months. Welcome back. Put up Mulligan to 5, speaking of terrorizing them. Usually long, Boshek. I think I just killed her 3-3. I could Uro and then Tolsimir return sooner, but I don't know if that's super necessary. I think I'm actually just gonna do this. And then, like, if they don't do anything, I get to blast them next turn plus a tapped land. This is the real upside to this deck. So, like, the Breach build that we played on Monday is definitely the more powerful linear deck, but the strength in this Kethis deck is its ability to pivot game plans and really play a very reasonable, fair game. In a way that's super impressive. If opponent has an Ember Cleave next turn, we could die. So land cleave does kill us here. That'll do, pig. I think I'm happy with sideboarded. I'm gonna run it back. It's combo winter, chat. Combo everywhere. Yes, blocking with Kethis meant we were still dead there because we were taking 9 and we were at 9. And even if blocking did save us there, it's wrong to block because blocking doesn't mean we win that game. It just means we lose more slowly. So the play to win line is don't block even if it could save us, just for reference. Hey, Leebs, thanks for the 3/4 of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Stomp my face, sure. Sure. I think I'm just supposed to play this again. I believe the World Championship deck lists are posted. Check magic.gg. I saw Day 9 streaming last night, saying that he was streaming with the World Championship deck lists. All right, I need untapped land here. If we hit untapped land, the game probably ends. Bye, friends. I'm not gonna attack here because getting in points of damage doesn't really matter, and I'd prefer to be able to block like a Zertog Goblin or a Girl Spellbreaker. Day 9 was guessing he didn't have lists. Oh, weird. Snapcaster, Noxious Grasp. Noxious Grasp for Spellbreaker. If viable, how much would it be to make a sideboard guide for a given standard deck, including a sentence or two on what a matchup is about? To make a sideboard guide that wouldn't be low effort, probably be like $50 to carve out time for it. Yeah, let's say that 50. You could give me your deck list and list of matchups you want a board guide for, and I can give you suggestions. Or for less than that, you could submit a deck and I'll play it on stream at some point. Standard queue, about a $35 donation gets you played the next day. Can take notes that way. This is fine. I'm bottom that. Spectral Sailor could be like mono blue or a flash deck. It's probably a hard matchup for us depending on what their sideboard looks like. Yeah, looks like good old-fashioned mono blue here. Drawing the second time Raveler should be pretty good against mono blue. Pierce me, daddy. All right. I think I'd rather get the Oath Trigger countered here. I don't know, though. It's definitely close. That's brutal. Yeah, like I said, this is definitely the type of deck that can give us a hard time. Don't brazen borrower me. Don't tricky dick me. So I can do this. And then I have Teferi for the Mox. I shock this in. And now I can escape this. It's been a close game. Uro might drag us kicking and screaming across the finish line.
Trust me, I have a plan.
If they have like a Brazen Borrower or an Unsummon, we're gonna be dead, but if this Uro gets to start attacking, like, that could very, very easily be the game. Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Titan. I don't actually have a lot for this matchup in our board, just because it hasn't been super popular. I guess Tamiyo fills the bin. This is hard to resolve. I think I want Tolsimir, just because this is hard to resolve and also needs something in play. Whereas Tolsimir, while it can also be hard to resolve, it's good on its own. What do we think of this configuration? Yeah, but opponents have not been super excited to play against what we're doing. What about Teshar? 4-mana cards are just hard to resolve. This was a more prominent matchup. Would you consider Shatter on the board? Nah, I play Mystic Dispute. Mystic Dispute's fine in your counterspell matchups and also excellent here. That would be the inclusion, I think. Oath does not let you cast Ruinous Blast, no. Legendary sorceries explicitly require a creature or planeswalker. So Mox and Oath do not let you cast it. I think I'm gonna keep this. Needs to draw some green sources, obviously, but I've got a Scry and a Fblthp to cantrip with. That's an excellent addition, obviously. Not a green source, no thanks. No Curious Obsession. Ding, ding, ding. My essence is captured. I'm having the strangest sense of deja vu, chat. Just the strangest sense of deja vu. Green source? I think I need to shock that in just so I can play this in cantrip. Where do you find the Discord server? Details for Discord can be found on my website with a lot of other good information. Dead. The bot's currently dead. Go to jeffhoagland.com and then click Other Discord at the top. The MTG bot is down this morning, it would seem. Maybe Teshar is better than Tamiyo. Yeah, I'd buy that for $1. This one's a mulligan. No Teferi's in the opener. This is certainly a keep. I need double blue at some point. I don't need double white. Although I guess I need the Temple Garden to cast the Oath. The old double temple opener. I think I'm in for that. Whoa! That animation's new. That's exciting. And this is resolving. What? God bless America, my country. 'Tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. This one resolves. The pride cometh before the fall, chat. The pride, she cometh before the fall.
I won't let you win. This might be a bad idea.
Hey, what's going on, Gengar? Welcome back. Good to have you. Yeah, I'm not supposed to cast this. Yeah, this is probably wrong. I was just letting it resolve. Okay. I think that might have been wrong. I think they were supposed to essence capture that. Yeah, the dispute. The dispute might put us a little bit too far behind here. That almost assuredly does. I can't even do this, right? Like, I do this, and, like, it resolves. It never resolves. Never ever resolves. Just every time we just talk about Teferi resolving, just dispute off the top. Oh, no. After what we've done to other people so far today, it's hard to be too upset with that loss. We've definitely been the bad guy for the most part today. This hand's not amazing, but fine. Needs a Black Source. I'm gonna still slowly play through the Pioneer decks that are in my deck queue. But after getting pummeled playing Bruise for the third day in a row, I am not taking more Pioneer submissions until the format changes. Obviously, for incredible amounts of money, I still will because I like paying my bills, but I am not going to be taking Pioneer decks for normal submission amounts until they decide to clean the format up. And we're gonna slowly clear out the rest of the queue. I'm not gonna break my neck trying to play through it because they just haven't been fun games of Magic. I have no idea, Monster Man. They just added it in the past today. I'll probably take a peek at it tonight after I'm done streaming. How much did a person donate for ASMR mode the other day? 100 American dollars. How have the games been today? Pioneer's been, Historic's been okay. Pioneer this morning was a total dumpster fire. It's honestly impressive how quickly they took that format from reasonable to awful.
I've done the hero thing before.
Remember, while the bot's currently taking a nap, my website has links to everything on it. So all the information you want is up there. We'll board like we boarded earlier. Blast's in, Tolsimir's in, Grasp's in, Teferi's out, Tamiyo out, Fblthp out. I think I like it. Sure. Let's draw a third land. No, Theros literally introduced 3 new linear combo decks to Pioneer. And I guess it's not even fair to just call them linear. They introduced 3 powerful combo decks to Pioneer. Because, like, the Inverter and the Heliod decks are busted because they do more than just combo. Like, the Inverter deck is full of discard spells and counter spells. And the Heliod decks are just, like, good aggro decks that are also combo you. That skillfully milled 2 non-land, so we can draw a land next turn. Always Navier. I really like the soundtrack. Is this the Eldraine board? Feels Magic Man. I mean, there's no mind to change, Hunox. Inverter is objectively harder to interact with than Splinter Twin was. Let's do it! Thank you for the absurd biddies, Navier. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, I saw someone playing that at the PTE. It's an interesting take. Hey, Rebecca MK2, thank you for the brand new Prime support. Welcome to Hoaglandia. That's absurd, Swift. That I'm honestly kind of surprised that it's more than like what Christie's employer pays. Your employer pays $2,700 a month. That's absurd. Ivo, thank you for the brand new tier, or the 9 months of the tier 2 sub. I appreciate that generosity. Welcome back. Never not dead Denver, Cleve chat. Slow work my way towards the golden whale. Excellent. You're a Republican. Oh, I'm sorry. I'd recommend not voting for people that lie to you and that work to dismantle the government and that work to destroy the planet that my children have to live on and that work to deny healthcare to my family and the families of others. Thanks for the $5. Fuck off. Anywho, Kethis combo. Just to draw back from the distraction. As far as this is concerned, yeah, we went 2-2. I think we stumbled and died in the third matchup. I think the mono blue matchup is rough. I think that's exactly the type of deck that's good against these combo decks. I think decks that are efficient and disruptive are ones that you want to be positioned to beat decks like this, similar to how is the best way to approach attacking like the inverter decks and stuff like that in Pioneer. The mono blue deck is a deck that puts efficient creatures into play and plays counter spells and all that. So At any rate, we are going to go ahead and roll on. We had a cut the line donation to some Sultai Vannifear here. If you haven't seen that before, it's a really sweet combo deck that keeps us warm in, oh, did I delete it from my deck editor? All right, we're going to import Sultai Vannifear from my website. I was trying, as you can see, there's so many decks in Standard right now. My editor's kind of busy, so I'm going to hit a quick ad roll while we get set up for the next one. When I get back, we're going to go ahead and play some Sultai Van. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere.